Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Lavia Ramadia. I would like to present about grounded theory. In this chapter, there are six contents or topic. The first one is define grounded theory research and describe when to use it. The second is distinguish among three types of grounded theory design. And the third is identify the key characteristic of grounded theory research. And the fourth is identify some potential ethical issue in conducting grounded theory research, and then describe the steps conducting a grounded theory study. And the last contents is evaluate the quality of a grounded theory study. Okay, I will explain the topic one by one. Start from define grounded theory research and describe when to use it. What is grounded theory research? A grounded theory design is a systematic, qualitative procedure used to generate a theory that explains, at a broad conceptual level, a process, an action, or an interaction about a substantive topic. And when to use a grounded theory research, to generate a theory rather than use one off the shelf to explain a process, action, or interaction, when you want a step-by-step systematic procedure, and when you want to stay close to the data. And next, about the second topic is types of grounded theory design. As you can see in this slide, there are three types of grounded theory design based on the systematic design. Actually, types of grounded theory design there are two. The first one, the systematic design, and the emerging design. But before that, I will tell you about the systematic based on the systematic design first. There are three types. The first one is open coding. The second one is axial coding, and the third one selective coding. Open coding properties and dimensionalized properties. While axial coding, researchers select one open coding category and places it at the center as the central phenomenon and then relates all other categories to it. And then about selective coding, writing a theory based on the interrelationship of the categories from axial coding. And about type of grounded theory design based on the emerging design, there are three too. The first one is grounded theory exists at the most abstract conceptual level rather than the least abstract level as found in visual data presentation such as a coding paradigm. And the second is a theory is grounded in the data and not forged into categories. And the last types is the four essential criteria are fit, work, relevance, and modifiability. Next, go to the third content is about identify the key characteristic of grounded theory research. Actually, there are six key characteristics of grounded theory design. The first one is a process approach, and the second one is theoretical sampling. The third is constant comparative data analysis. Fourth is score category, and then theory generation, and the last key characteristic is memos. I will tell you one by one about key characteristic. A process approach, a sequence of action and interaction among people and events pertaining to a topic. And about theoretical sampling, the researcher chooses form of data collection that will yield text and image useful in generating a theory. And about constant comparative data analysis, an inductive data analysis procedure in grounded theory research of generating and connecting categories by comparing incidents in the data to either incidents to categories and categories to other categories. core category, a category that can become the theme that describes or becomes the main theme of the process. While about theory generation, an abstract explanation or understanding of a process about a substantive topic grounded in the data. And the last, memos, notes the researcher writes throughout the research process to elaborate on ideas about the data and the coded categories. Still about memos, notes the researcher writes throughout the research process and used to elaborate on ideas about the data and the coded categories, and then researcher explores hunch, ideas, idea and thought, and then takes them apart, always searching for the broader explanation at work in the process. Okay, next topic about identify some potential ethical issue in conducting grounded theory research. Uh, there are four potential ethical issues in grounded theory, such as the first one is not advancing the purpose of the study. The second is creating power and authority imbalance in interviewing. And the third is not building a useful of evidence from data to theory. And the fourth is not engaging in a study that benefits participants. Okay, go to the next slide. This is about this is about uh, the fifth topic. I describe the steps conducting a grounded theory study. As you can see, conducting a grounded theory study, there are 8. The first one is decide if a grounded theory design best addresses the research problem. And the second one is identify a process to study. The third one is seek approval and assess. And then conduct theoretical samplings. And the fifth is code the data. And the sixth is use selective coding and develop the theory. And the seventh is validate your theory. And the last, write a grounded theory research report. And then I think this is the last topic. It's about evaluate the quality of a grounded theory study. This one, evaluating a grounded theory study. The first one is the researcher identifies the process or action being studied, and then the researcher generates a theory in the grounded theory project, and then throughout the study there is link among the data, the categories, and the theory, and the researcher uses memory in the procedure. Next, the grounded theory report presents a visual model of the theory, and the last, the researcher uses one of the types of grounded theory design. Okay, that's all about this chapter, grounded theory in educational research. I think enough. Thanks for attention. Good morning.